Well, it finally happened. Jason Garrett has officially been removed of his position of head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. I should be happy. In fact, I should be ecstatic right now. The coach that I have repeatedly lampooned and gone in on is gone. But I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Because this should have been done years ago. This should have been done years ago. The Cowboys have never once overachieved. The closest the Cowboys have ever come to overachieving in a season was in Dak and Zeke's rookie year. And you know what? When we look at how talented Dak was, you don't really see that as overachieving. What I see as overachieving for this year, for example, is the Steelers. Your quarterback went down. Your backup quarterback went down. And you still finished with a fairly impressive record. That is called overachieving. That is the difference between a Mike Tomlin and a Jason Garrett. But Jason Garrett is gone, so I should be happy. I guess I'm a little excited at the future, but part of me, and call it pessimism, is afraid of what afraid of what Jerry Jones is going to do next. What I want Jason Garrett to do is simple. Throw $100 million in Lincoln Riley's lap. You throw $100 million in Lincoln Riley's lap, and you franchise tag Dak. You let the best quarterback development coach in college football take a quarterback who people have had questions about. Me personally, I'm pretty sold on Dak. I think that he hasn't been paired up once with a talented coach or a talented offensive coordinator. Now you give him Lincoln Riley. Let's see what he can do. I believe if you give him Lincoln Riley, you will be shocked by the outcome. I truly believe that if Dak is partnered up with Lincoln Riley, you'd see borderline MVP candidate stats. Because at the start of the season, when all things were going smoothly, that's what Dak looked like. And I get it. It was against terrible teams, those games. But the play calling was inventive. And then that died halfway through the season. With Lincoln Riley adding a spark to this team, there might be a chance, albeit however small, because the Dallas Cowboys are still the Dallas Cowboys, and they will find a way to mess it up. I hate to quote Stephen A. Smith, but I have to. There's a chance that they could maybe win a Super Bowl in my lifetime. That would be amazing. But I am praying on everything that we throw $100 million in Lincoln Riley's lap and we franchise tag Dak. You give him 1 year together. If you do not see either a jump in Dak or success in the team, a jump in success or a jump in Dak's skill, you let Dak walk. I know that hurts. I know that's going to suck for the Cowboys fans. You're going to lose a crap ton of jersey sales. You're going to lose a lot. But you're the most valuable franchise in the world across every sport, soccer included. You can afford to lose your quarterback. Because if it's not working, blow it up. The worst thing a team can be in any organization is mediocre to the point where you cannot get a good draft pick and you're not contending for a Super Bowl. This goes for specifically the NFL and specifically the NBA. The only thing that makes the NFL slightly better is that there's always one team that comes out of the blue and performs well. This year it was the Bills. Every year in the NFL, there is somebody that comes out of the blue. And that's because there's more parity in the NFL than there is in the NBA. The Nets got Kyrie Irving this year. They're performing much the same or worse than they did last year. In my opinion, they're performing worse. The NFL allows for one team to come out of the blue when a change is made. The Bills came out of the blue because their coaching staff is one of the best in the league, top to bottom. But nobody talks about that. We're so focused on these wonder kids or Belichick. It's either the wonder kid or Belichick. It was Sean McVay. Now nobody's talking about Sean McVay. Why? Because there's no success there. Because their running back has arthritis and they overpaid for him. Much in the same way the Dallas Cowboys have overpaid for Ezekiel Elliott. And I'll get into the contract situations that are coming up. The Cowboys have shot themselves in the foot because they signed Zeke. Not just signing him, they made him the highest paid running back of all time. He has not performed the same way he performed in previous years. Now, I chalk half that up to the stupid play calling that most of it was just, here you go, Zeke. Let's run you against a stacked box up the middle every single first down. There was nothing creative about the Cowboys' running game. Absolutely nothing. So I guess we can chalk that up, but still, we can chalk that up to bad play calling, but the fact is that the running back position is the quickest dying position in the league. It always has. It has been in recent years. The league is trending toward passing and a more college-style offense. That's another reason why I would like Lincoln Riley. College-style offense. We see it in Arizona. Arizona overachieved this season. I know they didn't have a spectacular record, but you look at the abysmal offensive line and how Kyler Murray played with it. That's overachieving to me. The Eagles. I hate the Eagles with every fiber of my being, but they have overachieved this season. Why? Because Carson Wentz is an extremely talented quarterback. He may not show it in playoffs because he hasn't played in a playoff game yet. We wait to see how he plays in that. I hope he doesn't play well because I hate the Eagles. But he's extraordinarily talented, and with all the receivers, no receiver had over 500 yards, and he had an amazing season. And his head coach is a quarterback whisperer. Nick Foles won a Super Bowl and a playoff game last year. And Carson Wentz had an MVP caliber season. If he didn't tear his ACL, if he didn't get injured, he would have won the MVP. As much as it hurts me to say it, I'm going to admit that. Head coaching is a constant in the NFL. If you have a good head coach, your chances of winning a Super Bowl go up exponentially. You can't win a Super Bowl without a good head coach. Give me one time a team has won the Super Bowl with a bad coach. Please, if you know it, put it in the comments down below. Please. Garrett is gone. Hopefully this means the Cowboys can turn over a new leaf. But their team is just a dysfunctional organization. And as much as it pains me to say, it's a dysfunctional organization. When your owner is playing GM, there's not much you can do. The second an owner gets involved in the runnings of a team and the second an owner does anything besides cash the check, you as a fan should be worried. And yet, Cowboys fans have been sitting idle and just allowing this to happen under the guise of, oh, we'll just return to our former glory of the 90s. You won't. It's not going to happen. That dynasty was set up off of a risky trade of a running back. The Cowboys are too focused on maintaining their running back to do that. I thought maybe, how about we pull a Herschel Walker to a lesser degree with Zeke? No, because we're too afraid of losing jersey sales. This team has shown no risk. They should have fired Garrett halfway through the season. But they show no risk. You have to take risks in this league. You have to take risks. But they're too afraid to. Once again, I'm praying that the Cowboys make a good decision at head coach. I'm also praying that they don't let Chris Richard walk to the Giants because that's going to hurt my soul. The only form of emotional person in a coaching position on this team going to the Giants? That's terrible. That's terrible. That is a terrible look for the Cowboys if he goes to the Giants. But Jerry, if you are by some small marginal chance listening to this, throw $100 million at Lincoln Riley. Just do it. Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. You fire Tom Landry as your first move. Buying this team. Pull the trigger. Please. That's all I'm saying. Just pull the trigger. And if it fails, you know what? We know you tried. But to sit here and do nothing, that's the worst thing you can do. Does the future look bright? No, the future is murky. Nobody knows what's going to happen. For all I know, Jerry Jones could promote Stephen Jones to head coach. Nothing would shock me. Nothing would shock me anymore. But all I'm asking is to go for Lincoln Riley. Please. Franchise tag Dak. See how they work. If it doesn't work, get rid of Dak. And draft. Please. Just take risks. That's all for today, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.